What up, world? It's your boy, comedian Desi. Welcome to Co-Worker Homies. I'm sitting here with my co-host, comedian Bud.
Rose, baby.
Chat funny, baby.
Hit him with the sponsors first, man. Please.
Hey, y'all, check this out. This episode of Co-Worker Homies is brought to you by 22 Vodka.
Yes.
Premium distilled.
Smooth.
80 proof. You can get it anywhere in America, and it's also black owned.
And it's cold.
So definitely want to check this out. Support your own black owned vodka.
We're going to pour some more.
We're going to pour some. We're going to share some today during the
Cheers.
episode.
Shout out to Wayne.
Get everybody
man,
a cup.
Put it up here, man. But cheers to 22. So, man, we want to start this episode. Thank you, Chad. Thank you. We want to start this episode off talking about the most recent trip we just had, man. It was dope. As co-workers, we travel together. We talk about work, but we still co-workers on the road. We just got back from New York. Shout out to New York. We're going to play some hand claps and yay, cheers and stuff. Y'all came out and showed love, man. Super excited. Great show. Shout out to Reef. Put us in that joint, man. Chad, that was a fun experience for you? Was
New York was awesome, man. New York was lovely. It's always good when I'm on the road with my brothers.
Yes.
We trip and cut up and just have a ball.
Yeah.
Just have a ball. I got to watch my cousin.
We ordered food and I ordered what I wanted. But I noticed that, well, first of all, Push, how was your time?
Listen, it was amazing. It's always amazing when we're on the road. You already know that. Like, anytime we get out, I feel good.
What was funny was the tab thing. That's what I was. they was laughing at me because I left a tab open, and I had just got scammed not too long ago on my card. When I went to KFC, the girl took my card. She took a little bit too long. I go home. They wiped me out. Okay, so I gave her my card. She said, "You want to open the tab?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." She looked at the chat like she said, "You want to open the tab?" Chap was like, "Nah, close
me out.
Get that back." She asked Pudge. Pudge was like, "No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am."
Pudge paid in cash.
I said, I'm passing with cash.
Pudge paid in cash. I was looking at them like, "Yeah, can I get my card back? Because you walking around with it."
Desi got bad nerves because he watched everybody.
Everybody.
She like, "You want me to close it out?" Desi like, "No, go ahead, keep it open." And he looked at the line like, so you close yours out?
Take yours back. I thought that was
and you cashing yours out? By the time she got done, he was like, "No, just get my card back. Go ahead, close it out."
I thought that's what grown-ups do. But he had a good time, but I needed my card back because she was walking around too freely with it in her hands. So I'm like, so you just help somebody else.
I said, this nigga don't learn. This nigga don't learn.
She helped another couple.
Close me out, please.
She holding it tight, but still, I don't know what she got ink on the other side of her hand, and then you press on it, and it's showing hand. It's all type of little scamming shit that
Took
be
a
going
picture
on,
of your
man.
shit like
some Ocean's 11. It was like, "Nah, just get my card back, man." So I don't like how you holding it.
I can't do it.
Close me out everywhere we go. I don't play that card game. You don't leave my shit open.
Yeah.
Every time they ask me, "You want to leave it open?" No, close me out. I pay as I play.
Shut it down.
Yeah, shut it down.
You get mad like shut it down.
Yeah, I pay as I play.
I pay.
Yeah, I drink, I pay. I drink, I pay.
I don't know you.
Yeah.
And it feel weird. They say a lot of niggas leave their cards in the club. Overnight,
That's the wrong move.
They be getting drunk in the club, leave their card in there and come back.
Man, they crazy, man. We know too many people. I ain't gonna say no names, but we know too many people that got like that.
Yeah, got
Too many people that make a living like that.
and make a living off of getting the
Getting the got.
Yeah,
so-
the person doing the getting.
Yeah, man. So as we travel on the road, man, we go through a lot of stuff, man. Shout out to
we got to shout out to London though. We had Uncle Marvin come through.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
Definitely got shot him.
Uncle
Shout out
Marv,
to
who
London
was
Brown,
it? That was a big show, man. It ended up being bigger than what we thought it was.
It was funny though. It was funny though because prior to the show starting, everybody got their nerves in the background. Reef like, "Yeah, London coming through." So we like, all right, London.
I don't know one London.
We looking for a female.
Right.
I'm looking for a female. I'm like, did London come through yet? He like, "No, I ain't seen her." I seen Desi spoke to the wrong lady.
Thinking it was London.
Thinking it was her. She asked, "Was London on the show?"
Right.
He asked, "Are you London?" And communication.
right.
It was so loud because somebody was on stage. So I said, "You London?" And she said, "Yeah." That's what that conversation.
Yeah, I know. I
said,
seen it now.
I said, "You London?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "All right, man, appreciate you coming out. We can go ahead and have a seat. We're gonna start the show in a minute." Reef told me you was coming.
Yeah,
she's like,
damn.
He like, yeah,
She's
you
like,
go and
"Thank
sit in the back. You good?
I'm like, yeah, she was nice. I'm like, London just got here. He was like, "For real, where he at?" I said, Who? What you mean? This woman just walked here and said that. "Hey, bitch, go pay your
Hey,
ticket."
you pay your
Right.
I'm the guy in the front too. Shout out to you, man.
Scamming, mother.
It was funny because I'm hearing London. I'm like,
Thinking
Me too.
and then when London came in, I'm like, "Now that's Marvin."
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Marvin from Crazy Can't It.
I said, oh, that's London.
Yeah, that's
I knew the nigga, but the whole time I knew his name was London Brown.
Yeah,
but I just ain't never associated with who was coming.
Yeah.
Drunk as a skunk.
Right.
he had a ball though.
Oh,
He
man.
had a ball.
He had a ball.
That
He was on the
nigga had a ball.
He had a time. Like,
Yes, he did.
When I say he is an actor,
It's a real uncle.
he wasn't. He was a real.
He is a real uncle.
But he different though. Like he was like so upbeat and
Yeah.
just like you see him on the show, you like, man, he ready
to
to hit
kill
out
something.
on me. Yeah, like, but he see him in person, he just
He ended up featuring.
He
He
a
got more
vibe.
cheers than me. I'm like, people, this is I'm the
Yeah.
headliner.
They
They was
get-
cheering. I'm like, I'm just,
Right.
I'm so honored to see. I'm like, who is this nigga? I'm
Right.
familiar. And y'all was like, yo, nigga, you don't watch.
Nigga, you don't
the
watch
Power
Raising Cane,
Universe?
nigga?
I stopped watching Power after Tommy died. Okay, I just kind of like fell off of
Damn, that's
the whole
said-
universe.
he said when
And now I
Tommy
think I'm
died.
too late.
Tommy
He don't
died.
even know Tommy got a
Tommy
whole
ain't
nother
even
show.
Tommy ain't even
whole
dead.
show.
He got a whole nother empire.
Tommy
He said,
ain't even
My bad,
dead
Fifth.
though.
Shout out to CH. My bad, Fifth. I'm gonna catch up. I feel like I'm too behind.
When did Tommy die?
he faked his death.
He
He
ain't
faked
dead
his-
though.
see?
Yeah, he
Right.
he running.
He got
running-
force.
He running a whole nother city.
Yeah, this nigga in Chicago living.
Yeah, he think
With the
he think-
same car.
With the same car.
Same car.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I got some catching up to do.
you
Yeah,
got-
boy,
um,
you got
Shout out to everybody that came out
Yeah.
Saturday night.
Shout
for
out
the
to that show.
man.
That was a
super
good show.
fun, man.
Shout out to Grizzly Pear.
But the Grizzly Pair. You should definitely shout out to Grizzly Pair. But we have a lot of different experiences on the road and becoming who we are as comedians. It's always something fresh, something new. We never. That's the thing about comedy. You never know who's gonna show up. Comedy is always forever humbling us on and off stage. From the way people treat you to who shows up, who may have more of a name than you do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To how we even get to New York.
Right.
Sometimes we go to New York and I drive, or we ain't too bougie to just be flying all the time. Sometimes we need that drive to connect and talk about material and break it down. And sometimes we take the wrong kind of ride. And I remember shout out to E.
Shout out to E.
E, my barber slash security guard slash spiritual advisor. My OG. He had a barber truck. Pudge, I'm gonna let you go ahead and kick off the rest. Pudge, go ahead.
He had a Sprinter.
Yeah,
He got a Sprinter, right? Chat may come on this trip.
you ain't come to this one.
So the Sprinter is set up, but it's like it's nothing on the inside but a love seat.
Love seats in the
so
back
it's a
part.
love seat in the back, and then it's just
in the barber chair. In the barber chair in the middle.
Yeah, in the barber chair in the middle, and then he just driving.
Right.
We riding now.
Add space.
Me and Desi then got caught up in just living in this love seat because it's
Yeah.
like was it love seat or was it like two
It was
sections?
two. It was two sections.
Two sectionals, but it was like,
And they
Y'all-
don't belong in there because they
y'all
were
was in
like
the love seat.
stern. They
but
were
it felt like a love seat because it's right next to each
they
other.
were stuck together.
Man,
in
we
the back.
we driving. First, we must have been sleeping too good.
Yeah.
'Cause first he cut all the air on.
He was mad because we was asleep.
He cut the air on. We cold back there now, right?
Yeah.
So you know how you sleep and then you look over and the person next to you they shivering. That's he like, yo, eat. Come on, yo, can we get a little heat back in here? So he like, all right, I got y'all. So he cut the heat all the way up now, right?
He don't like when people are comfortable and not talking to him in the
We
car.
riding.
Yo.
He go over a speed bump.
Yo,
I'm not lightweight, but when I hit this speed bump,
yo,
everything
everything
on me, in me, above me,
Airborne.
with airborne.
Everything was airborne.
Me, I seen when I went in the air, I looked over. Desi was in the air
I'm
with
in
me.
the air with him. My earpods came out.
I grabbed my headphones.
Yo.
I grabbed 75 cents out the air. Like he knocked the change out my pocket.
Literally, he went like this.
Right.
Yo.
To put his headphones back on. We both was in there looking at each other like, why are we
up here?
surfing right now?
Yeah.
Cuckoosh. And it's, I don't know what dip he hit. maybe it was that one on Howard.
Yeah.
Mulberry. Maybe it was that little dip.
Yeah.
But it hit so hard, it scared the shit out of us. He was like, y'all woke now.
Y'all woke.
I was like, yeah, I got my sciatica.
Yeah.
Damn, right. Nigga got a herniated
I got
disc.
a concussion, everything. I'm like, man.
But I love them road trips, man. The flights, all that, man. Sometimes the travel makes the show well worth it, man, because we meet a lot of people on the road. We experience a lot of things, man. Which brings me to our first topic of the day, man, is paying your comedy dues.
Yeah.
You have to make those transitions to get to where you are. And I feel like we're in a time now that when you become popular on social media, sometimes you see those people either feeling like they supposed to be headliners or they get headliner spots,
Right.
or they get way more accolades than the ones who were actually on the road paying their dues on
Right.
their way up. How you feel about that, Chap?
It's a true statement, man. I feel like you gotta pay your dues, man. It's like it's no cutting cards when you come in the game. You gotta be humble.
Stand
You
up.
know,
It's a stand up.
Yeah, it's a stand-up comedy. You gotta be humble. You gotta take constructive criticism. listen to your OGs, man. A lot of problem with these younger comics is when an OG is trying to give them advice, they looking at it as you trying to son them or you trying to tell them how to move they set.
Yeah,
but
because you
just
ain't
trying
make
to
it.
right. We just trying to tell y'all, give y'all some constructive criticism on how to maneuver on the stage. Your material is your material, but just pay your dues, man. There's no cutting corners in this game.
And I would say, like, if you don't listen to your OGs, comedy gonna teach your ass. To
Sure
listen to
will.
your OGs, because you
Sure
gonna.
will.
I don't listen. I ain't gotta listen to these niggas. Go on up there and not listen to nothing they saying. Because if it wasn't for your OGs, you wouldn't be here. The road that they paid for us, man, I will always pay homage
Exactly.
to my OGs. There's been times when I've been in a room with a young comic, and we be in a green room, and they be like, I don't know who the comic knocking on the door. Who that? I'm like, you need to know this person. This is such and such. He was on Def Comedy Jam, Comic View. He did this and this.
Right.
So you got to let the younger people know like how important these people are, because we wouldn't be in position if it wasn't for them. For real.
Right.
Trailblazers,
Yes, sir.
and, every now and then you get you ever hear, but there are some old heads that be on they shit.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
that's true.
Yeah, they get
You know what I'm
caught up.
saying?
They get caught up because they was around first.
This way I fucked up.
They don't. Yeah, they don't be wanting that. They,
That's true.
They be feeling like they too much above. What you know what I'm saying? Like you get your respect for the time you put in, but then you also gotta kind of give back. Whereas though, like don't be afraid to bring somebody close to you.
Yeah.
Hey man, look out for this. Look out for that.
Right.
And it's not gonna take nothing away from you. That's one thing I always learned about comedy. It's an individual sport when you get on stage, but you still need these relationships off
man.
stage.
Right.
How you carry yourself in the green room.
Right.
All that stuff plays an important part, and people
balance.
realize it.
It's so much balance in this shit, man. And the old head shit, man, it's hard. I be wanting to mind my business, man. I had that show with my guy. I forgot his name in Brooklyn. I think of his name, but I took my lady out there. Brooklyn show, killed it, had fun. And after the show, it was a young comedian and an old head. And he was talking to old head. He was talking to young comedian's head off. But it was some bullshit, bro. Like, I was way out the door with long. I'm driving home from Brooklyn to Baltimore.
Right.
I gotta get the kids ready for school tomorrow. I ain't even make their lunch. I left the front door open. There's a lot of shit going on.
Right.
So Lauren is dragging me out, and I hear this old head like, man, don't perform at no fucking no poetry night or no motherfucking R&B night. You need to go to only places that's catered to comedy. He was just like ragging on about this shit, like don't perform at no other places but comedy. That's it. It's all about. I said, bro, do you know that's how I came up?
Yeah.
Right.
Like I broke in the art community because there wasn't that many open mics in Baltimore.
Right.
So I was going to the poetry nights and I was lying about my name. Like my name,
Sunflower.
Right.
Sunflower,
Right.
like Neon 7. I was just making up names
Just to get on.
just to get on stage.
yeah.
And my guy Walter, who else? A lot of guys that was in the Organic Soul Tuesday, They Soul, all of them. They let me on stage. The first couple times, I was like, "This nigga, is this nigga going to do a poem or
ain't
what?"
nothing rhyming.
And I would just do material. And after a while, they gave me the respect enough to say, you know what, we're gonna let him do stand up while they setting up each band, while they breaking down the equipment. I would just do stand up. Then they just eventually gave me my own night. So you can't tell no young kid not to perform anyway. How you gonna get better?
Right.
How you gonna know how to
Listen,
face
Right.
adversity?
What I can say about that is, it's no problem with doing it, but I understand to a degree. Don't get caught up too much in doing it though.
Yeah.
Because you got to think about how we also started out. Like I started out with Ricky and Howard G.
As did I. And
Not me.
Yeah.
you're lucky.
Now listen. Now with Desi's talking about, like, the poetry and all that, it's a little bit different because poetry people come to listen, and comedy people come to listen. So the crowd is easy to blend. Now when we was with Ricky,
it was a free
Ricky who?
Ricky Shackelford. Shout out to Ricky Shackelford.
Oh, okay.
Ricky, man.
Okay.
Yeah, Howard G. Shout out to Howard G. too.
Okay.
And it was crazy. Them shows, like, you will have a singer,
That's how y'all started.
rapper, a juggler, then you just somebody doing praise and worship. Like, I've never seen nobody at a show you doing praise and worship. They don't do, all they do is come up and say, God bless, amen.
And then start crying.
And they start crying. Then that was they set.
And you after them.
Multi-talented
You brought people here to do that.
Right.
You gotta follow that.
And then you got to come behind that and tell jokes. It's
Who got to come behind and tell joke?
When it's your turn,
Not me.
They be like, you up.
I would never route.
And then Ricky is say some shit. This is Ricky. He know he do this shit. Ricky be like, all right, when I get on stage, I'm gonna bring you right up. So just get ready. This nigga get up and do 20 minutes.
20.
Right.
I'm gonna just
Now
bring you right up.
20 minutes and listen.
Yeah,
Just reiterate.
He will.
You already said.
I've seen him.
He's not doing 20 minutes of material. He's not doing 20
He
minutes.
just making up shit.
He just
doing
talking.
20 minutes of his life.
He just talking.
Making up shit.
He
You
started
know?
reading the grocery list. He not don't none of this got nothing to do
Trying
with
material. Just sitting there
Just
like,
throwing it at the wall, and then you gotta come behind it.
got to come behind it.
But guess what? It makes you a great comedian.
Yes.
It made y'all who
That's
y'all
why I
were.
met Pudge, man, because at that time I had graduated. I had already been getting booked for shows and doing my own little thing on a small scale. And I met Pudge.
Mm-hmm.
I first saw Pudge at the Ricky Shackleton joint, and it was a nigga talking about killing people in a rap song.
Yep.
Somebody did a praise dance, and then they brought Pudge to the stage. I will never forget that shit. And the way Pudge, but the way he went to the stage and the reception the crowd gave him, I was like, this nigga somebody. First of all, the way they were clapping for him, you can tell when the energy go up. Like they was there.
That's how he was clapping for Pudge.
Yeah.
They was there to see Pudge.
Because they were just happy to get past the praise and worship.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, it was happy.
The
This
bang-
bitch,
then
this
the
bitch
bang-
got
bang-
finished crying.
Yeah.
10 offerings and shit.
Yep.
Yeah, they was that man. Listen,
Pudge was so smooth with the shit. Pudge had the light. I was like, this nigga got the light.
Mm-hmm.
He has no idea. He got to get the fuck
yeah,
out
I,
of here.
yeah,
Right.
I didn't know.
Right.
At the
He got the
time, I
light.
didn't
Right.
know that this was just a pit stop.
Yeah.
At first, I'm
He
like,
thought that was it.
I because listen, this the thing
I
about
did too.
the thing about Ricky in the comedy community in Baltimore. Ricky is
Pimp.
how that too, but he played a part in breaking. Well, I don't know if he played a part in breaking them, but he played a part in Monique's career.
Yeah.
And that was his. That's his pitch to you. He's
Claim to
like,
fame.
yeah,
That's
come on,
claim
come
to
on, work
fame.
with me.
I
'cause
started
you know,
Monique.
I started on. You know, I started.
Yeah,
Monique,
right.
right?
I am.
Yeah, that's his. That's his.
I started Cisco,
Yeah.
Jim Brown. Like he just started naming random people. I was Jim Brown. I was just trained with Jim Brown.
yeah.
You be sitting there like young
Yeah.
and just
You young and dumb. You don't. You. I'm just at this time in my career.
He was wild.
I'm just looking for some place with a mic
Mm-hmm.
and an audience. I got about a minute and a half worth of real material. I just want to get on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky like, man, Monique. I started Monique. I'm like, you started Monique? Oh, I'm next. If you got Monique, I'm next. And then you get there long enough, and you
and
be
it's,
like,
it's 30 other
yeah,
niggas.
I'm the next to leave.
It's
Dang.
30 other
Yeah,
niggas
I
that heard
see
that
why.
same
Next,
story.
all right.
Yeah, I'm next. I'm next to get up out of here.
This was a lot, man.
But shout out to Ricky for the
Yeah, man. If it wasn't for Ricky, a lot of careers wouldn't have started,
yeah.
or a lot of or that train wouldn't still be going.
Yeah.
because it's still people
'Cause
still
he
go to his
still
shows
bring-
consistently.
Yeah, he still
And
bring
it's
them
a variety show, and
still got
again, that's
Yeah.
a part of paying your dues, bro. Like that was my stage that I got on when I first I was gonna say it was Comedy Factory, but as far as somebody, I don't know how he got my number, how he found out where I worked at.
I don't know.
He just popped up in my life. He just called me like, "Heard you like doing comedy? Pull up." I'm like, "How you get my number? Who the hell?" I did a few of his shows for a year or two, and then once I started to like branch off, I just had to branch off, man. And yeah, so you got to pay your dues, man. Now, with that being said, worst shows. A lot of comedians, when you go online, you see the highlight reel. You see the top sports in the top 10 on their page. Ain't nobody showing you where they bombed at. It's take a real one
Yeah, buddy.
to post when you bomb. Now, the worst shows make you or break you. You know what I'm saying? You need that, just because you need that in your life, because you don't learn shit from a bunch of people clapping for you and always giving you compliments. I need to hear some y'all worst shows.
I want.
And was I there?
The chat with you smooth. I want to know what chat got.
Yeah, chat was
Dazzy was there with my worst show.
What's
To me
wrong
was
with
when we did the show for Stokey. Shout out to Stokey.
Oh shit.
When shout out to Stokey, Baltimore
Shout
legend.
out to Stokey, man.
Yeah, he was just coming. He was just coming home from prison not too long ago, and he had a book release Teddy had wrote, and Desi had called me one day like, "Yo, I got a show. I'm bringing you with me." He had took Lucky on the last show, and Lucky had a bad show. So Desi like, "Yeah, boy, I gotta bring you with you. I gotta school you. I gotta bring you under the
You
raps."
gotta,
You know what I
tell
mean?
them about the venue.
So the venue,
I threw you off.
we up there. So we go to the show. I'm thinking it's gonna be a comedy club. We are Park Heights at the Jewish temple, the Temple of Abib Shalom.
I don't know.
Up Park Heights. It was like a big mega church for the Jewish people.
Stokey know everybody.
Stokey know everybody. Temple of Abib Shalom. Mind you, it's
Huge. Come on,
the-
like
most
on the ceiling.
of the comedy shows at the time we was doing in the evening.
in bars and
Yeah, this show was probably about 11 o'clock in the
In the
morning.
morning.
Yeah,
Saturday.
on a Saturday.
Whoa.
It was-
I didn't even know people laughed that early.
Me neither, bro.
Yo, it was
Me
it was
neither.
that.
Wow.
He
So-
definitely had the money. So
I was kind of fairly new in the game still. So when we get there, I was just meeting Larry. That was my first time I met Larry. Larry Lancaster, shout out to Larry. Larry was hosting.
Yeah, he
it was me, Desi. And it was a female. I can't remember who the female was. And when Larry went out there to host, everybody that was in the audience wasn't laughing.
It was tough.
It was tough. You know, it was all the white lock gangsters and everybody that
all the
Stokey
drug
grew up
dealers.
with, all the ex-hustlers, and like they was
Everybody in there had
like, I don't know
snacks.
why they was mad. Like,
records.
yo, laugh a little bit, bro.
They still probably was waking up. Honestly,
Yeah, they probably was.
So was they drinking? Was it any alcohol?
It was alcohol there.
In
It was alcohol in the
Jewish-
yeah, in the temple. Like out there in the temple, they had
It was
food.
like, was it
and-
like one white person in there? It was like one white person.
Yeah.
That was the one that opened the doors.
Yeah, it was. He had a yarmulke on, so he might have been part of the staff or something. But yeah, man, it was just a tough crowd, and Larry was out there struggling, like going.
You see Larry hosting struggling. You
right?
That don't
I'm in
never
the
make you
back
feel-
going crazy.
That don't never make you feel good.
Shut up,
Nigga.
Larry, yo.
Shout out to Larry.
Larry,
Larry
a
was
monster.
fighting.
Larry a monster. So
A
when
monster.
you see a monster getting attacked
Puz.
like that, you know you ain't
Fighting
got
for his
nothing.
life.
Because when I tell you I'm back there shitting bricks.
No, let me tell you how confident Chet was though. Stokey came over there without money.
Yeah.
In the pews. We in the pews waiting for the show to start. First of all. Then they play like an intro that was
up.
mad dramatic.
Yeah.
That was like in the pew.
We was in the pews of the church.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought it was just like a
No.
It was like
in
purpose room or something.
Yeah.
service is
Oh,
held.
y'all
there.
was having
Yeah, we was in the
service?
service area.
Baby showers and people.
So you went there where the baptism pool at.
Yeah, we was right up there by
in
the
the
baptism
main
pool.
place. It was like statues and a giant organ, all that.
Yeah, the horns and shit.
This
Was I
chat,
cussing?
look. No,
I tried.
no, I don't think I did. I was scared.
Yeah, I was
It-
scared.
I tried, man. I do everything.
But this chap though, Stokey come over there without money.
Yeah.
Right. He was like, hey man, I got y'all bread. He started counting it out in front of all the drug dealers. I'm
Yeah.
like, hey man, keep it low.
Like, is this a setup?
Just
Like,
chap looked Stokey dead in the face and said, nah, I want you to see my set first and you pay me at my set. I look at Chap, I said, shit.
Get this money.
You better get this motherfucking money now.
Yo, you was wild,
Nigga, you wild.
Hey, yo.
I don't
Chap
see.
said,
I don't see that for you.
I couldn't
That-
believe you said
I
that.
don't think.
Hey, yo.
Chap was sitting right here. Chap said, "Oh no, I want you to see my set first. Then you can pay
How
me
long
after."
in the game was you doing comedy at this time?
I don't know when that show was.
Not long of
It might have been
That long
might have been close to a year.
Yeah. All right. All right.
And Chap had good shows. Chap had been
Yeah.
killing his show.
Might have been close to a year, man.
This
I was
nigga
like, nah,
said-
man. I was like, nah, I don't want the money right now. I'm a,
Yo,
pay me after this.
Listen,
Pay me after the
I
set.
almost don't want to associate with you.
Stokey was like,
Oh, man.
"Desi, you want your money?" I said, "Yup."
Desi took it.
Stay right there. Stay right there.
Yep.
Hold on.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, all right, appreciate that, brother.
Yep.
Hey, nigga, you out your goddamn mind.
Desi took his money,
I already know
man.
this about. Well, I already know what kind of show this about to be.
Did you get paid?
Yeah, I got
Oh, he
paid.
still
He
gave
took
the
the
money.
money. He took the money.
I
Yeah.
paid after the show, but that was the worst. That was the worst show that I had. Like, far as me going out there with
it
the
was
mic,
tough.
and motherfuckers was in the front of the audience like this.
Stone face, bro.
And niggas had goals in their mouth and shit. Niggas just was like,
Even Larry was like, "Yo, all the drug dealers ainnt trying to laugh and shit."
Right.
Somebody at least chuckle with that shit.
one motherfucker. It was like
None.
3 or 4 chicks in the back. They was like, yeah. But all the other
Chap said,
niggas in the front was
I'm
like,
gone.
nigga, bring Stokey out.
What was yours, Pudge?
Oh man, you know what's crazy? My worst show, it was at a Jess show.
Mm.
When Jess, this is before Jess blew up and was like, taking off. She was hosting at Sky Lounge.
Oh,
She was
yeah.
hosting at Sky Lounge, right?
That's the spot.
So I usually, I'm usually chasing mics or whatever, like whenever I can get on. But this night I felt like I was just taking the night off. I'm dozing. I was drinking. I was smoking. I don't like to do that before I get on stage. 'Cause I like to keep a clear mind. So I'm already indulging before I get there. So everybody know when you come to certain shows, the people see you, they be like, "Yo, Pudge, go up. Yo, you want to do some time?" So I'm like, nah, I'm good. I've been doing other stuff. I'm straight. Just like, what you mean? No, you going up? I'm like, just don't call me up. She like, all right. Coming to the stage. Coming to the stage. Pudge, I was like, oh. I go up there and I'm just like, I'm thinking I'm off. Like, I'm off the clock. So I ain't got no material lined up. I'm just up there. And I felt like I was up there for like 2 days.
Oh my god!
Like-
Because you know how you feel. Supposed to feel.
They the worst feeling.
on stage.
I'm up there and I'm never not getting laughs. I'm not even saying no material. I
Right.
don't know what I'm saying.
The stuck.
Because I done forgot everything. I don't know what I'm saying.
Even
Right.
in betweens ain't hit.
Nothing.
Just stuck.
Because
Not-
Pudge, you like a master at in betweens. In
Not-
betweens is when
nothing.
something don't work. Pudge always gonna have something funny to say in between, like the transitions, his segues.
I was so high and drunk that I didn't care that they wasn't laughing.
Damn.
so you just
I was enjoying myself just being up there. And I'm up there for a minute and I remember just hit me with the light, and I was like, I don't care about the light.
Man, you ran the light too?
Shit.
And I don't do that. I'm
You never do that.
I'm respectful of the
know it.
stage.
Yo ran the light.
Just hit me with the light. I looked at the light and was like, nah, I don't care.
I don't care.
I told her not to call me up.
I told you, and that's what I
told
said.
her not to call me up.
Call me up here.
Nah, but
Now you gonna get your money. I ain't getting paid for it anyway. This just
this gonna go down in history.
Right.
That was like the biggest crash and burn.
It was just no laughs. Was the energy off?
I don't even remember. I might have been funny.
You was just high as shit.
I just was so gone that I don't like. I was never connected with the crowd. Like, I didn't. I was just.
You could have been an offbeat with the timing of the jokes and everything.
I don't know what I said, but I know it wasn't that. It wasn't.
So it wasn't that.
It wasn't that.
It wasn't that.
Up there, and I was just like, I told you not to call me up here, Jess.
Mm-hmm.
Jess
This
was
is it.
I could see her sitting in the back like,
All right, motherfucker, you right.
last time I called
Right,
you up,
right.
Yo, hands up, bitch.
I ain't been on the show with Jess.
young comics.
Damn.
Don't run.
Hey, that way, you know what? Damn, that what?
Niggas,
Yeah.
that's why you ain't been.
Yeah,
Hey,
that might be
okay.
what it
You
was.
just told me. Yeah.
Young
All right.
comics, when you see the light, you think it'd be a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Right.
Young niggas, when
Right.
you see the light,
Get down.
quick little nod, wrap it up.
Right.
And I'm very respectful of that. Like, because when I first started doing comedy, I started at the Comedy Factory. And Alabama told me. Now, I don't know if he was saying it just for the competition, but when he said this, he said, hey, when you see that light, get off the stage, because I've seen people, you know, that mess up your career because people will look at you like you'll run the light. You just keep
Disrespectful,
going,
yeah.
disrespecting the stage. So I would see the light, and they usually say they give you like a
minute, right.
just to wrap it up. When I would see the light,
Me
I don't
too.
care if I was in the middle of a joke. I'd be
Me
like,
too.
thank you for coming out. God
Yep.
bless you. Good night. And I just leave.
That's how I used to do it.
So for
Start
me to be
circling
that way that
around.
night,
Circle around to that last joke. Shorten that story up because it's not about people hating on you.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
a
other
show
comics.
going on.
Right.
It's other comics here.
Right.
Staff people here. They got
Right.
to clean this shit up.
Right. Everything is time.
Time. Okay. Respect the light, man. But y'all know my worst one.
gotta be a
Apollo.
Gotta be
Yo,
a
you got
Apollo.
the goddamn
Gotta
Apollo.
be a
Was you there, Pudge?
No, but
Oh.
when he tell a story.
I was there.
feel like I
I was front and center.
Oh, you went.
Yo.
I was there.
Took the ride.
I took the ride.
Oh, you was there?
I recorded it.
Damn.
Nigga, I sent you the video.
Yeah, I don't even want it. No.
I was there.
that.
I sent it to you already.
Yeah, it's probably.
I still got it.
You still got it?
Yeah.
Send it
Yo,
again.
you never
on-
told me. You
I got to
still had
find
it.
it.
Send it to me on.
Yeah, I got it though.
On WhatsApp.
Send that in the
Send it to
group
me.
chat.
I got that
Not the
shit.
group chat.
Yeah, I
Put
need
it
to
in
see
there.
that.
Yo, when I
I
say
said, God damn.
When I said
Not
I
my
had-
dog.
when I've never think about it, I've been doing comedy for X amount of years, never gotten booed, barely gotten silenced, always had a decent set. Even when my bad ones was like, all right, this is a bad set, let me get out of here. But getting booed at the Apollo was like probably one of the biggest, worst things. This is why niggas be having mental breakdowns. Like I had an out of body experience and experienced it like I could see myself bombing.
Oh.
Like I didn't even see the crowd anymore. I was beside myself, looking at myself like, God damn, like it is over. And you can't run.
Yeah.
Like, cause what I did was I did my first joke and they kind of laughed, and then I kind of said I'm from Baltimore, and I kind of the timing was so off.
Nigga.
I changed my set so many times.
You remember what you said?
What
Did you?
the something about
I remember what you said.
What he
what I say?
What'd he say?
That nigga went out there like, New York, what's up?
mad hype.
He mad hype. He was like, man, he started talking about New York. He's like, man, women from New York, man, it's hard to date women from New York.
Right.
I tried to date women from New York. And then she said something. He's like, and you said something, her had the black and mile in the ear.
I'm reliving
And I was
it.
like, something.
Picked the wrong set.
That from that point on,
It was just
right
like,
there was downhill.
downhill. When I say those people booed me, and then I said something else, and they kind of laughed, but the boos was so
Yeah.
heavy,
Booze was too much.
and then it wasn't about me no more.
Right.
Okay?
We was over in the cut trying to cheer his ass
It was-
on.
the Baltimore
But-
side was cheering,
They swarmed us.
but the boos were coming in from a whole. It was ugly, Pudge. Like I was, and then you can't just run off the stage and say
Right.
good night. You gotta kind of wait for the nigga to the Sandman.
Yeah.
I almost swung on the Sandman. Like
Ain't the Sandman came out and
Sandman, he had
the
on
Sandman.
Tim's. This bitch ass nigga had on Tim's.
Yeah, they had the young Sandman.
Oh, the
And
young
what's
Sandman.
crazy is when the Baltimore cheers started getting louder, the boos got even louder, and it started
they-
coming from behind me.
Swarmed us.
And I was like, the fucking band is behind me. Why the fuck is it loud?
Yo.
But my brother was saying he was in the back. They got a boo track, and they pushed that bitch up.
So it was determined for you.
It was like they was
Once
like,
the
oh
boo
nah.
started-
Once the boo start, if it's a lot of boos,
You
they gonna
can't
turn
see
that
it.
shit up.
See, I don't really consider the fucking Apollo as much as you do a bomb, yo, because
they ready to
they ready to boo. It's like they ready to boo you.
But you gotta be funny though.
Listen, a boo is a boo.
It could be, but this is the premise. This is the setup. Capone hosting. Soon as Capone said, yo, the next guy coming to the stage, he's a Baltimore comedian. People already in the audience was like, oh,
this nigga
like you could hear the shift in the audience.
Oh, the rumble was.
Yeah, you could just already hear people like, oh, like
I ain't hear that shit.
Like, here we go.
Because before that, remember the little chick before me with the fucking piano? They was booing her. This little white bitch from Canada bought a piano, an original song. And they was booing this bitch. I'm like, damn, she made a song original.
I heard they tell people to boo. That's what I heard. I don't know how true it is.
Like they was in the line like, we gonna boo whoever the fuck come out here and let the laugh, make us laugh and shit. And there was a comedian that won his contest, and he said, "How did it go?" I said, "Man, that was the worst shit I ever went through my life."
So did everybody get booed, or just?
It was a couple people got booed.
I mean, like 2 or 3 people got passed, but it was like
tough. It was a tough night.
You know, you gotta go out there and sing a gospel song. They won't boo you, but they won't. Somebody came out there, did a gospel song, they made it through.
Even if you make a love song, you gotta pick Jesus.
Yeah, you gotta say God name, Jesus, or something. They let them slide through.
Because they think God gonna strike them down.
This nigga came on here and started talking about New York women when in black in my house. They automatically was like, get this nigga out of here.
Admit that I chose the wrong.
You thought you was like, all right, I'm gonna talk about the.
I'm gonna talk about them so they can relate. I'm not lying.
Right.
But
they was like, no, we don't like that.
Insulted.
Get out of here. They booed the shit out of me, man.
God, get out of here,
and
son.
The comedian that went the next week that was going, I said, how you do? He said, man, they booed the fuck out me.
See? Yeah.
They wasn't playing with the comedians, bro.
No.
That was tough, man.
That fucked you up for a minute.
And like I was on a bus. I had to ride home with the whole church family.
That nigga was mentally messed up.
That's why it took it is a little bit more, because it wasn't like the boo didn't just last on stage and you just went home and soaked about it.
Nah.
The boo happened on stage and then you had to take a 3-hour ride
back
with a
home.
Portion of
with the audience.
And church people don't help. I had to go home with the audience.
They'll start laughing.
Hey,
They'll say he had to come home with a portion of the audience. Everybody trying to hug yo and shit. Tell them it's gonna be all right.
People texting me, Lauryn Hill got booed. Like, man, fuck Lauryn Hill. I never thought in my life I would say fuck Lauryn Hill. I was so angry. I had to ride home with the people that booed me. But Baltimore, the niggas in Harlem was like, Baltimore niggas are crazy because they out here saying fuck Harlem.
In Harlem.
So the Harlem niggas was like, I'm not even gonna try to
I ain't gonna make
say
an issue
something
about it.
These Baltimore niggas is crazy. How they where we at telling us we gonna fuck y'all up? They wanted to fight. It wasn't even about me no more. They just wanted to fight.
The principle of it.
The principle of it all.
Baltimore versus everybody.
Which brings me to my next topic, man. Disappearing. Because that situation, I could have been gone. But after that, I think I took off in my career. After that boo pushed me up. So thank you, New York. But disappearing in comedy, that happens on the low. It's a lot of comedians that get into comedy and they don't know the ins and outs, and then they just kind of slide out.
Right.
Like they supposed to.
Right.
But the game of comedy itself, it's not made for the weak.
Nah.
It's definitely not made for the weak, because you just see the stage part and you just be like, all right, if that person funny on stage,
I can do that.
I could do that and they should be good.
Right.
Everybody gonna want to see this. No.
It takes way more.
Not like that. People, man, listen, trying to find this show to get on, networking with people, just everything it alone, like you gotta understand, like
it's more than just being
they not beating down people doors
right
comics.
Right.
You can do it on social media so easily that it's like, man, it's hard trying to do the chitlin circuit and going out here doing these open mics. Then you hopefully somebody in the audience see
right.
And man,
now I will say, comedy ain't waiting for you. So if you're gonna do it, you got to step full body and knee deep in this shit.
Right.
Because I always remember this shit. One of my homeboys that came to my first show at the Comedy Factory, the contest. I did good, and we met in Walmart upstairs in the little kids department and shit. He was like, "Man, you killed that shit, man. That's what's up, bro." He was like, "Man, I always thought about doing comedy, man. I always thought about trying it." I was like, "Yeah, man, the Comedy Factory always got contests and stuff. You should try." He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna sign up for it." Fast forward 10, 15 years later, saw this same nigga in the same Walmart in the same spot. This nigga looked me dead in my face, was like, "Yo, I ain't even start this shit, man." And now you on tour. I'm watching how you taking off. I'm watching how you consistent. You a whole different person, and I ain't even tried one time.
Right.
Yeah.
That shit crazy.
That's the killer right there.
And it didn't seem like it was a lot of time in between the last time I saw it. It didn't feel like it.
Yeah.
Right.
It was like the last time I saw you, that was the first time you got on stage, bro. I was there. And now I'm still here working up, get paid under the table and shit. And I don't even like my life. I got kids and shit.
This the crazy part about it though. You know how many people started doing comedy with us and ain't doing it no more?
Yeah.
There's so many people that I started with
That shit tough.
and don't see them no more. And I was like, and then some of them was good comics.
Yeah, that's.
And I'm like, damn, what happened to yo? Where yo been at? Like we be talking sometimes. I'm like, yo, when last time you seen such and such?
When your next show?
Last time you seen such and such? Niggas be like, man, nigga, life.
Yeah, life be life.
This shit is real. Like,
and I feel like some of those people could have went far if they wouldn't hit that speed bump.
Drop some
that
names,
knocked them
but I
off,
don't
man.
know.
So
Yeah, because they might pop back up.
yeah,
Like,
it's just like I don't see them though. It ain't no shade.
The ones that take that break and then they don't do comedy for a long time, but they know you and they see you doing shit. And they be like, yo, put me in your show. I'm trying to headline your show. You be like, nigga, what was the last fucking thing you was in? The last thing we was in.
Headline.
Yeah, headline.
So just stay consistent with this shit, man. That's in every,
Yeah, that about shit. That's in anything.
Staying consistent, man, because this life will beat your ass.
That's why I always try to.
Go ahead, Jay.
I'm sorry. That's why I would just try to encourage people to, even if you can't find a show, just try to at least mess with an open mic here and there, just to try to stay a little unrusty. You know what I mean? Sharpen your sword a little bit, because
He's not waiting for you, man.
it ain't. And every day and every day for the people who ain't doing it, it's somebody in your spot coming right behind you, jumping on stage, grabbing the mic.
Your ass. That hustle,
right?
That hustle will
outweigh the talent. Yep.
And your ass will be still sitting here not doing nothing.
1,000%.
While they eating, being corny and shit.
1,000%.
Right, you sit at home like, man, I could do that.
No,
But you can do
ain't.
it.
Right.
They doing it.
Right.
They doing it.
Right.
It's you see people every day like, that nigga is not funny.
Right.
Probably ain't.
Right.
But his hustle.
But he
is
consistent.
there.
Listen, for you to see him to say that he ain't funny, he doing something.
He doing
Right.
something right.
He consistent.
And
That's what he doing. He doing consistent.
It matters, man. So as we wrap up, man, thanks again for y'all tuning in, co-worker homies, man. We always had these different conversations and we compare things. So this week we're gonna do top 5 celebrities who you would work with and who you wouldn't work with. Celebrities on the job. I'm gonna let you go first, Chad. Who you have in mind?
Top 5 celebrities that
You would work with and
who I would work with. The crazy part about it is we made a list and I can't remember who in the hell on my goddamn list.
Who on your list?
So I'm gonna let you go, Pudge.
I'm gonna tell you because we kind of like added to the list. It's not a complete 5.
Because there's so many celebrities, it's hard to name one.
One person that, hold on, we doing first.
Would work with.
All right, what I would work with, I would definitely work with Cat Williams.
Cat Williams.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I feel like Cat Williams, like he said, man, they know I'm coming. I know I'm coming.
That's it.
As long as they know I'm coming, we good.
Cat like the nigga that be at the job, they got seniority, and he probably cussed the manager out.
Yeah.
And the manager can't do nothing about it.
Right.
Because they need him.
Ain't because he's so small, he don't care about nothing. He
Don't
just
care about
like,
shit.
I feel like he a attack. Like he just gonna take off everybody. Like
Yep.
Yeah, he the nigga with the Napoleon complex. So he gonna go off anyway.
He's one
And
probably
any
had-
nigga with a perm, yeah.
He probably had the
I
best
work
work
with him, too.
parties. You know how
Yes.
the cool co-workers go hang out? Cat
Yes.
like he could go in there and get everybody together. And if he don't like you, you don't-
excuse
you
me,
never know- you never know when that party happened.
yeah, like,
Come on a party
Now,
with
who
me.
would you not want to work with?
Samuel L. Jackson.
oh yeah.
You chose Samuel?
I chose Krishan Rock.
Oh yeah, you did
why
choose
not?
Krishan.
Why
Because I feel like she's not gonna be a good work wife. Like
Like a work?
she gonna be tripping about Blueface, and
Oh,
then she
yeah.
too aggressive. Like I don't.
She
need
got
no,
too much outside.
Yeah, I feel like we get to work in. You know how you get a little work wife. Hey baby, what's some lunch? I feel like
She gonna work smelling like
yeah,
you Baltimore.
she's smelling like,
She ain't got a
She
uniform
Baltimore for
shirt
you?
on.
right. Yeah, she started want to put her hands up. Now we got to do something. Now we got to
Fuck it is, dummy.
Yeah, we got to do some furniture.
Yeah.
And she too aggressive. So.
She probably cuss everybody out.
She not the perfect.
Blame
work
everybody
wife.
for her problems.
Yeah.
She probably
She just
leave
bust out cry for no reason. We on the line.
calling out
He always
the whole.
do that to me.
Yeah, I don't
You
need
got that raspy
I don't
voice.
need that.
My person I would work with, Keke Palmer. I know that's random and shit, but Keke Palmer mad funny. That's one person I also think
Yeah.
She should do
That's a good-
stand-up.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, she got like a vibe. Like
her whole energy would be fun as shit at work. I feel like she come to work.
Cool
I'm
little
gonna make
sister.
the best out of this day. Everybody around me gonna have a good ass time, and you really see her sad. You see that big smile. You see her on the schedule. Like I'm gonna have some fucking fun today. So I will work with Keke Palmer. She funny as shit to me. Her impressions, all that shit. She
Who
be
else we had?
she probably be mocking the managers and shit.
Mhm.
Yeah. And who I wouldn't work with, Kobe. Rest in peace to Kobe Bryant. Much respect to him. I would not work with Kobe Bryant.
Damn.
He gonna work too hard.
I feel like he gonna be working too hard.
No, I can't agree
We
with
work. We trying to lift boxes. I'm trying to lift one by one. Let the time spread out. This nigga lifting 8 boxes.
Yeah. He
I'm
want
like,
the
yo, we
rings.
got 8 hours.
He trying to
of
get
this
the rings. He got the mama mentality at work.
Like
ain't
we
what
just
you
lifting
looking
shit,
for.
man. Like, come on, like you got
3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
thinking he the manager. He there before you.
yeah. He
Why you here so early? Now you setting a standard for all of us to be here. I don't want to be here early.
he set the standard.
You setting too much. You setting a high standard. We don't own nothing in here. This ain't our job.
That nigga there 3 o'clock in the morning
Yo,
with a jersey
you
on.
said you wouldn't work with Samuel.
I wouldn't work with Samuel, man, because I feel like he'd be cussing at me too much,
Yeah,
man,
right.
all day long. He wouldn't let me lag on a job. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel like if I was trying to cheat and do some fuck shit, he wouldn't let me do it. Get your ass up right now,
Uh-huh.
Chapman.
He call you by your Chapman. All right, he call you motherfucker.
Yeah.
20 times in one day.
Get your motherfucking ass up.
I don't know. He feel like he would be cool to me.
For real.
I don't know.
I
Who
think he'd
would
be-
you work with though?
I would like to work with Regina Hall.
Okay.
That's I feel like she's the bigger sister to a Kiki Palmer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She funny like that,
Okay.
outgoing. I'll probably be able to cut up with her on the job.
She got the tea at work.
Yeah, she got
She
the
be like,
tea.
you know her will be fucking on Saturday, so
Damn.
don't stay around them because they be. That's why they be. That's why they
That
kinda
is
fuck with
Regina Hall for you.
her. She be.
That's Regina Hall.
It's always good to have a work mom because the work mom gonna step up and say something.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was teaching and it was like 2 black people left, and we had like a teacher meeting and shit. And it was like it was the end of the meeting. We already was tired. It was like anybody got something else to say. This black lady just looked at me and stood up and said some shit that ain't had nothing to do with the curriculum, the schedule, or nothing. She says sometimes y'all when we be having work, little powwows and little potlucks, y'all don't be washing y'all hands or be having no gloves. And then she sat down.
That ain't got nothing to do.
And she sat down.
And then she sat down.
She just stopped.
Then the janitor walked past and was like, and then he kept walking. That's the only other black person on the job. She was dead ass. So she said, y'all don't be washing y'all. And they don't.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
She wasn't lying.
She was not lying. But that shit was
They
on,
had that
this
dude
whole
with the test
hour and a
scores.
half. This shit was the only thing on her mind. Not the
No
curriculum,
gloves.
not the school safety
Yo.
shit, the lessons. She said, y'all don't be washing y'all. And she be watching them in the break room like, some nasty motherfuckers in here, man. I will never forget that shit,
That
man.
school was rock bottom.
She said,
She came
y'all
out,
dirty
Right.
asses.
Hey, y'all at the potluck keep bringing potato salad with raisins.
That's some
in it.
auntie. Yeah, that's some auntie
Dirty
shit right there.
hands. We not.
Yeah, and being the only black teacher, I used to be like, I used to try to not be super black with shit.
Mhm.
Like one time they bought like watermelon. Somebody bought some watermelon
man.
to work, but it was fucking yellow. It was yellow watermelon. I ain't never seen no yellow watermelon. You ever seen yellow watermelon
I didn't
before?
think they made it.
It wasn't a
Right.
squash? You sure that wasn't
No,
squash?
it was a watermelon, and the
I
shit
ain't never
was
seen no
yellow.
damn yellow watermelon.
And it was like they cut it up.
White people brought it?
How you
White
know?
people bought it.
How you know it was
That's wild.
watermelon though? Like
They ain't had no pigment.
The,
It didn't have no
they
pigment.
bought
Shaped
the
like-
whole, yeah.
just
They
shaped
put it in.
and got
They,
the color on the outside.
they were trying to set me up, Pud. They
didn't-
cut the shit up in front of me and the other black lady, and was like, "Y'all want some?"
No.
I wouldn't
And I
eat
looked
that
at the
shit.
other black lady. I was like, "No, I don't want that shit."
Oh, good.
I bought my own lunch.
Yo,
The fuck out of here,
I'm gonna
little
stick
nigga.
to the red. I'm gonna stick
Yeah,
to the
that's,
red
yeah,
watermelon.
this is a white
First of all,
watermelon.
don't offer no nigga no motherfucking watermelon on the
Can't
clock.
just spring different colors on me. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I was mad just in general.
So
You
what-
offered a nigga
hold up.
watermelon.
Nobody came in with a disclaimer like, "Hey, I got a new watermelon. I want y'all to try." They just busted open like this is normal.
just
a
busted
white
it open.
watermelon.
And started cutting it up. Because I already had my lunch on the side,
Yeah,
bought my
you can't
shit. And
just-
I'm
you
sitting
can't
there,
spring yellow.
boom, big ass watermelon. She said, shoo, shoo, shoo. Hey, Des, you want to try some of this watermelon? It's tropical, it's a different flavor. I looked at the watermelon and looked at the other
y'all
black
trying to
lady.
do here?
Like, it's like she was always there during these black moments. That's why it's always good to have at least one good black coworker around a bunch of white people. Because
Y'all can
always
relate.
had- Y'all always had them
Yeah,
eyes.
y'all be
get it
saying,
out.
Like, hey, they tripping
like-
around here.
Are they trying me?
Black people would be talking with their eyes so much. You sit there,
Are they
this
trying
shit
me?
be like, this bitch gonna bring a fucking yellow watermelon here and offer it to the niggas.
So y'all had a whole conversation with all eyes.
All eyes.
Hey.
She looked at me like, you better not eat that shit. I said, bitch, I ain't gonna eat it. I don't want it.
Yeah, I'm about to
And they
Google this
said
shit.
the
I ain't
word.
never seen no yellow
And-
watermelon. What makes
Well, I ain't gonna lie. When they left, I tore that shit up. I had one piece of that.
Damn.
shit, man. I just had.
I wasn't
one
expecting
little-
that.
You
I
ate
just
the
wanted to
watermelon?
see if it was sweet.
No,
Wasn't nobody
bro.
in the room. Wasn't
No,
nobody in the
bro.
room.
You don't do that.
Everybody left.
Yo,
Everybody had to go back to their classes.
See, Desi, you giving me eating niggas food out the fridge vibes when you just gonna take it with ain't nobody
It was,
looking.
and it was cold too, man. It was
Oh,
cold.
so it's yellow inside?
inside,
The
bro.
inside yellow.
It's
The
seasoned.
inside, yo,
Yeah,
it
it's
seasoned. It's like a
Oh,
yo.
that's like a banana, like a pineapple.
Yo,
like a circle pineapple.
Yes, it's
I'm
available.
gonna stick to the red though.
Just don't eat it in front of white people. Don't be offering no niggas no watermelon.
You gotta just you
We had
can't
a deep
just give me
history.
you gotta have.
We gonna fight.
That's all. Just let me know. Hey,
We gonna fight. I'm gonna have a
it's a new
flashback.
version watermelon.
I felt like
Not red.
I felt like I needed to though, because I could smell it too, man. It smelled good. But I said I'm waiting till everybody.
Tigger said the nigga was
Wait till
nigga
everybody
inside. He
leave.
just couldn't fight it.
Snuck that shit home.
Tigger said I gotta get some of this watermelon.
What we got?
Yo, snuck that shit home.
Okay, so first and foremost, or last, well, I didn't want to wrap it up too tight, but the advice you would give to an influencer that's interested in doing comedy, what would you give them?
You said to an influencer?
That's thinking about doing comedy, because they in there, they out here, they getting booked, because they got millions of followers,
The influence.
they got the influence,
Shit.
they got to turn it into money.
Yeah, well, part of the advice will go back into what we said in the beginning about paying dues. You got to come in paying dues. Don't think just because you're an influencer and you got a name that you can come in and cut corners, because you won't get up there and you won't get your ass bust by the crowd, by the audience and some other people. So if you want to bring your ass in here, pay them dues, hit some open mics, get you some solid material, and then just keep on going.
Contact other comedians.
Yeah, network.
Do some sketches with other comedians.
Right.
Because sometimes influencers be like, nah, I ain't posting that shit now. Y'all they be scared it's going to take their whole operation.
Exactly.
From doing a sketch with a nigga.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I
Just
got a
collect,
brand.
just
I got a
collect
brand
people.
to make.
Yeah.
Collect.
You only known here.
Right,
Exactly.
Collect people, because the Instagram funny is different from on stage funny. Online, you got all the likes and the views. On stage, it's immediate.
Uh-huh.
It's judgment day immediately.
Exactly.
And people fail to realize word of mouth is still real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You feel like because you ain't the likes and the comments is what dictated. Nah, when you start doing wrong and you bombing and they ain't rocking with you, oh, they go straight to work. Hey man, that dude,
Right.
Yeah.
ain't it?
Right.
That's why I fucks with Rainey, I fucks with Desi Banks. Those guys had a big following online, and they were humble enough to say, "Can we just talk about comedy?" Even after he headlined at the Comedy Factory, he walked up to me and said, "Yo, dude, teach me some shit, bro. Like, talk to me, please." Rainey, same thing. We would be on the phone 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, just talking about setups and comedy. You know what I'm saying? So that shit matters, man. Just pay your dues, pay your respects to comedy, because the comedy gods are watching,
Right.
And they want to be proud of you. Don't do them wrong.
Right.
Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for joining us on the second episode of Coworker Homies. Chap, you got anything to say? First, Chap.
Thank you for tuning in. Once again, I said this episode is brought to you by 22 Vodka. It's distilled, fully black owned, 100%. Y'all get it? Try it out. I'm Chap Funny. I'll see y'all on the next episode.
Pudge, what you got?
Rose, baby. Make sure y'all follow. I don't know if y'all said this. Make sure y'all follow me on all
handles.
social media. Yeah, we ain't do it the first time, so let's make sure we get this right. Follow me, Pudge Rose. Now I know I'm from Baltimore, so when I say certain letters and certain words, it sound different. But it's like fudge, but with a P. Rose, like Ricky Rose, all one word.
Chap, your handles.
And I'm Chap_funny. If you can't understand that, I don't know what else to tell you.
And I'm comedian Desi. Again, I might have to reiterate the new page. I'm still here, okay? I have another page. I haven't gone anywhere. Somebody, lady in New York said, "I thought you blocked me." No, that page just got shut down. I'm still here. I done did a movie. I done made a podcast.
Yeah.
I made shows. I'm still on the road. I'm still here. So Desi, Famous for Real is the new page. Send this to your friends. Let them know Desi's still here. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't blocked you. I'm still here. See y'all in a minute, man. Peace.